Benny's product is hosted on Google Cloud and utilizes Vision API, Product Search, Vertex AI, BigQuery, as well as the Chrome Web Store. And their aggregation and recommendation engine is just a really phenomenal tool for customers who want to purchase more sustainably and save money on their favorite brands. It's just a really great top of mind example. In terms of what startups can do to take advantage of Google Cloud, candidly, just come work with us. And join a Google Accelerator. We're in the business of helping startups be more successful, and we love connecting great founding teams with the best Google product and engineering experts, along with early access to new products and developer tools. Shameless plug, if you visit startup.google.com, you can learn more about our accelerators all over the world. We operate across North and South America, Africa, the Middle East, Europe, India, Southeast Asia, Korea, Japan, and Australia. We love working with audacious founding teams building brilliant AI-first startups.
That's amazing, Kevin. Thank you so much. Yvonne, how has your collaboration with Google Cloud influenced your program's offerings and supported your startups?
The credits, like Sho mentioned, are a huge value add to early stage founders where every dollar matters at the beginning, and especially AI founders, where compute is probably the biggest area of spend, right, for AI companies. But beyond that, the team at Google has just been exceptional. Our team at AI2 Incubator has benefited not just in terms of the mentorship to our founders, but also ourselves as we've launched initiatives such as Harmonious, which is our platform to review AI research papers and pull out the things that are most practically useful for our founders. We've gotten advice and support from Google for that launch. In addition, our founders have seen a lot of success in building deeper relationships with Google, starting with the credits. But one success story I'll mention is a company called Udly. So Udly helps with speech coaching. So a perfect example is this type of panel where we're online. Udly actually listens in the background and gives you feedback in terms of how you're doing, engagement, all the ums that you're using in your speech. And Udly, as you can imagine, has a lot of storage needs. So Google Cloud Storage has been hugely instrumental to them being able to keep costs low while being able to access the storage that they need. They've also tapped into Google for Startups for strategic advice. And now they actually have a deeper relationship with Google in being a sales training and enablement tool for the actual Google team itself. So we really do think that the credits are the entryway into hopefully a much deeper relationship with Google.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And with that, we will wrap it up. Thank you so much, Sho, Yifan, and Kevin, for sharing your thoughts and insights with us today. If you're watching and you're interested in working with Google Cloud as part of your startup journey, please make sure to talk to your program or partnership manager. Thank you again to the panel, and this was a fascinating discussion. I really appreciate it. It's truly been amazing hearing all your thoughts on these important matters. Until next time, I'm John Aliotto. Cheers.
Telmy is a data observability company. The whole mission of Telmy is building trust for enterprises in the data, be it in the ML, AI space or analytical space. We are helping them build that trust in the data. I'm Mona Rakibe, co-founder, CEO of Telmy. We are thinking in 3 dimensions. First one is, how can we make things faster, cheaper, better for our customers, but also our teams? The second is our platform and our capabilities. We are exploring how can we do root cause analysis using generative AI. The third thing, data infrastructure. We are helping customers build that trust in the data. So we are fueling AIs. We are helping companies get better output of AIs. So we are running experiments right now. What is the impact of bad data on your Gen AI use cases? Customers, they don't have an easy way to look at the entire pipeline and figure out if the data is accurate, reliable, trustworthy. We really want to shrink that time to value. So we started leveraging Google Cloud Services from day zero. Our first email account setup, it was on Google Workspace, creating our first documents and sharing and building ideas around that. Then we started building the product prototype on GCP services. So all the way from GKE to BigQuery to prototyping our dashboards. Like we wanted to rapidly validate our product with the market. Now we are exploring Vertex AI. We continue to kind of piggyback on Google so we can focus on what we are building and GCP can take care of the rest. Telmai is building a new way to trust your data at low cost at a very high scale.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be today. My name is Stephen Orban, and I look after the ISV ecosystem and the marketplace business here at Google Cloud. And I'm thrilled to be joined here today by Brian O'Shea, the head of sales at Base10, and Olivier Zielinecki, the global VP of cloud partnerships at MongoDB. So today, we're going to be talking to these world-leading ISVs to get their take on how partnering with Google Cloud has really impacted their growth. So most of the ISVs that we work with today will say that they're able to close larger deals more often and faster when co-selling with us through our marketplace. But you don't have to take just my word for it. Today, we're going to hear from an early stage startup, Brian at Base10, and an industry-leading database ISV who does a lot of co-sell with us, Olivier at MongoDB, on their experience partnering with us. So, Olivier, I'll probably start with you if that's all right. You were once an early stage startup building with Google Cloud, and now you're one of our top performing ISV partners with successes including Partner of the Year, many marketplace wins, a bunch of sophisticated co-sell motions that spread across your sales team. Can you share a little bit with us how you've grown as a partner with Google Cloud and the key technical and go-to-market benefits that you've gotten from this partnership with us?
Absolutely. And thank you, Stephen, for having me here and for these questions. I mean, Google is one of our most valuable partners. We wouldn't be where we are today without the partnership with Google. I think when you are an early stage partner in ISV, it's only about winning deals, any deals out there. And there is several things that the partnership, with Google at the early stage has helped us for. One is you want to be available on as many regions as possible so that you don't limit yourself from a use case perspective or region or geographical region or what customer potentially could be using, your product or not, right? And the second is the marketplace. Marketplace is a great tool. It provides single billing for the customer. It provides the ability to use infrastructure funding to purchase the ISV, and it also builds your credibility as a partner with Google, right? With a partner like Google, it helps build the credibility. You're doing first deal on marketplace with a large customer, with a startup, with a medium-sized customers, and that workload's gonna grow over time. It's gonna grow on the marketplace, right? So at the early stage, that's really what the partnership for us felt like. And then as we grow into an ISV, That's when the fun starts. We really spent a lot of time speaking with the GCP sales leaders, with the ecosystem leaders, getting to know each other, and building co-sell and go-to-market plan at regional level and industry level, so that we're really in it together on select deals, select customers, and we're also building joint solution together, right? So not only we're aligning sales leaders so that we're building a co-sell strategy in each region, we're selling our value proposition to the customer because we've got one joint goal, right, is to help our customers. So if we're able jointly to go in front of our customers, right, this helps them. Instead of speaking to two people, to two different voices, they're having one voice in front of them. This is how it will work for, in our case, MongoDB on GCP, and we will help you to get there. So we have to help the GCP ecosystem get familiar with our ISVs, right? Whether it's the CEs, whether it's the ISVs team, etc. And then there is the funding. Funding from Google allow us to accelerate the launch of new workloads, of migrates, and they help our customer ensure that they've made the right product and help them also with virtual services, right? And we have people as we grow, over time, as we grow our footprint with Google as a partner, we do have more and more people that are dedicated to Mongo that helps us get the right meeting with the right person, that will help us select the right accounts, where we should be speaking and where we should not be speaking, right? And also when there is escalation or things that we need to solve, we go towards those people. So I think the partnership with Google has been fantastic, is fantastic, and I would recommend it, at any stage partners out there. I hope that helped provide some clarity to your questions here.
Yeah, thanks, Olivier. That's super helpful. And if I had to just maybe summarize a little bit, we've built a number of unique things together. We found a way to position that both to customers and to our sellers in a way where it's clear how everybody wins. And then we've really started to scale our co-sell motion so that our sellers are aligned on the accounts that we're working on together and how we're going to sort of have a plan of attack for each of them in the customer journey in it. So super excited about the growth that we've seen together there. Maybe just one other question for you before I pass it over to Brian. For other ISVs that are maybe early on in their go-to-market journey with us, what would be some advice that you have for them? What are like the top 2 to 3 things that they should consider as they start the journey with us?
No, it's a great question. And I've mentioned it like a few minutes ago. I think Marketplace is not only great for Google, it's great for us as an ISV, right? It just helps us get into budget much quicker, get the customer to sign commit deals and to execute agreements and to just start your product, right? So you have to educate internally our sellers, our MongoDB team, right? So make sure they understand what's in it for them by pushing Marketplace, and especially what's in it for them for the customers, right? Having 2 contracts is not great. That's one. The second is that, when you're an early stage ISV, you have to be very crisp and very articulated when you speak to Google go-to-market team and sales leaders and account. What is your differentiators? What's the value proposition of your product on GCP for the customer, and not make that generalist. For when I speak to my team, I've got a large team that dedicated only to Google, and they're prospecting or sending emails or asking people to meet from Google. I mean, my first ask is like, this cannot be just a general email. You have to be very crisp. What is the difference of MongoDB on Google for the financial industry, for the automotive, for specific use case, etc. So that would be my second point, right? And then you want to make sure that once you're partnering, right, with in certain industry, in certain region, right, that you actually follow up on your plan, right? Because we get a lot of time where you only have meetings and nothing happens after. And it's not always, and many times it's not the fault of Google, right? I mean, they're a big company. They have many partners. It is our responsibility, right? When we decide to partner with Google, one of the largest hyperscalers in the world, it's our responsibility to ensure that you actually follow up on our promises and the action items that came up of a lot of those meetings, right? Google gives us the opportunity to attend a lot of Google Next and a lot of meetings, a lot of offsites, and be part of some of their meetings. And just like today, right, they give us this opportunity. So you want to ensure that you actually follow up and do the work and provide value, because once you provide value to a GCP sales leaders, he will always have the open door policy for you and come back and help you grow with him. So those will be my feedbacks.
Yeah. So nothing creates momentum like momentum. So making sure we create the early momentum. And and have the joint value proposition nailed between our teams, and then lean into marketplace. And look, we have, as of our last quarterly earnings, more than $75 billion of commitments from customers collectively to Google Cloud. And they have two ways to satisfy those commitments. One is to obviously consume Google Cloud services, and the other is to buy ISVs on Marketplace. So like you called out, it's very convenient and easy for customers to continue to also consume more ISVs, leveraging their commitments, which hopefully helps you close larger deals faster as well. So thanks for that. Super exciting. So Brian, maybe I'll position over to you at this point. Base 10 was selected to participate in the Springboard program that was really geared towards acting as a accelerator for AI startups like yourselves. What have you gained from the experience so far?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. It's been awesome thus far. We're a small company, almost exclusively an engineering company, and having the Google resources to help us onboard onto Marketplace, which has been a game changer for us. Acquire more resources. It's been fantastic. We've been a partner with Google for a long time, and we've from the get-go had this kind of shared ambition of making sure that we are helping our customers, this shared vision of making sure we're helping our AI customers bring their products to market. Most of our customers have finite resources. They all have finite resources. And they're developing AI products, but they haven't solved the last mile issue of bringing models at scale into production. It's super complex and expensive. And to run production inference performantly, reliably, and security, it's extraordinarily difficult. And what you need is the experience and resources that both Google and Base 10 bring to bear. Through our ISV Springboard, we found that companies serious about putting AI into production need to optimize inference models, the applications, and the hardware stack. And with the software, our software, our team, and our partnership with Google, we build clear solutions and practices that turn serious projects into products.
So, I mean, what I'm hearing is first have an awesome product that solves a big problem for customers, which Base 10 has in spades. And we share the pursuit and the obsession with making sure that we help customers get their AI and their models and the development they're doing around it into production as fast as possible. So maybe on that end, there's a ton of innovation going on around Gen AI in particular. And things are moving very quickly, changing quickly. Maybe can you specifically outline some of the technical and go-to-market advantages that we've had working together for your full stack platform?
Yeah, it's a great question because the pace of innovation is crazy and obviously super exciting. It's awesome. But from a technical perspective, I think one of the biggest things for our customers using Google Cloud is the strength of the ecosystem. Building a truly great AI product and scaling it to many, many customers, which is the end goal for all of our customers, means that you need the best possible people, the best technologies, and the best partners. Our customers have incredible people, unquestionably, but those people have to have the right technologies and partners supporting them. They are in order to do the amazing things they want to achieve. A big part of that success is meeting the customer where they are. And our belief in the Google partnership has enabled us to offer a self-hosting solution for GCP, where the customer can leverage their virtual private cloud, our virtual private cloud, or both, giving them the greatest flexibility, the greatest security, and the greatest scale across, horizontally and vertically, meaning across multiple different regions, or just scaling massively within a single region. And it's because of that conviction that we're cutting our self-hosted price in half between now and December 24th, kind of an early Christmas present for our shared customers.
Yeah. So having optionality for customers, making sure that you have the best tech and however they want to deploy it. And certainly we concur, and we see, particularly when it relates to model development and AI, customers who some want to manage service, but they don't have to manage everything, and some want it running in their VPC or tenant. So that they can have greater control over the IP and the data that goes into it. So I think that's a big technical win between us. But we have thousands of partners and a range of maturity. You have MongoDB on one end, who's super mature and doing co-sell at scale with us. but to help emerging ISVs grow to become these future partners of the year like MongoDB. We've developed programs to help accelerate that growth. You heard one from Helene announced earlier, our Springboard program, which offers a 12-week guided experience to build and develop go-to-market assets and really support the partners' growth to become co-sell ready. So they have landed a lot of the best practices that Olivier just talked through. Access to Google AI experts, hands-on guidance to document technical reference architectures to do things like enable our customer engineers, and of course, support getting listed on our marketplace. A huge thanks to both of you, Brian and Olivier, for joining us today. Certainly, there's a lot of experience that you have and perspectives that I think everybody who's watching this can learn from as they're potentially embarking on a partnership with us. And thank you, everybody, for listening in. To those that we're already partnered with and rocking and rolling, thanks a lot for your trust and your partnership. We don't take it for granted, and we're really looking forward to our continued growth. And to those of you who are contemplating just getting your business started with Google Cloud alongside some of these great partners like we've talked to today, I encourage you to look at some of our programs like Google for Startups Cloud program, the Google Cloud Partner Advantage portal, of course, our marketplace, and then, of course, the newly announced program that Helene mentioned in her opening, our Springboard program. Thanks, everybody, for your time.
Criminals are very well tech-enabled. Next big thing in AI is how to stay ahead of the bad AI. There is plenty of new types of behavior that nobody's seen before. So you can't write a model for it. You have to approach it with a different approach. We're working with Google to ensure that our good AI is better AI and staying ahead of the bad actors. So our customers or anybody within the financial services industry, we work closely with Google.AI and Google AI for anti-money laundering. We build what we call detectors. And they're like mini models. These are techniques and routines and algorithms and models to look